Okay, students. So, Mr. T, what am I doing here? Seriously, what am I doing? What am I doing here? First of all, we're talking about creative process. We're talking about how creative process works. I think about identifying, preparing, incubating, illuminating, and verifying. That is my creative process. We're also thinking about creativity levels. How can I prove that I'm going from about a level 1 creativity moving towards level 4, maybe even 5 creativity? We talked about creativity levels. So I can go from basic mimicking, copying to social, political, or cultural issues, even with my food project. I need to create a sculpture using design principles, creative process, and creativity levels. We talked about design principles. Whether you ignore these or not, they're embedded in your project, but I'm hoping you can be conscious of using those in your project. So again, creating a sculpture using design principles, creative process, and creativity levels that incorporates pop art theory, meaning everyday objects as art, everyday objects can be art. We talked about this one. I basically took a student skateboard, we took a picture, we printed it, we traced it. Then we combined it with an energy drink. So I cut the skateboard in half because I felt like that's going to be a little easier and not quite as challenging, even though this is pretty challenging anyway, but more of a concise sculpture that I can then put my energy drink on top of. So what did I do? I cut the skateboard, I added the energy drink, I crushed it. These are all creative decisions. Then I decided I'm going to add a 1970s color and pattern to the bottom of my skateboard. You can see that here. I'm also going to change the name on the energy drink. I typed in the word supreme in the thesaurus. I came up with maximum. I'm going to go with maximum on the energy drink. So I have a basic idea. This is fun. Even though I printed, traced, copied, when this starts to become a sculpture, it's not going to look like you 100% copied it anyway. It starts to become yours through these creative decisions. So here's an example of where we're headed. Design ideas, small sculpture, glaze tester. I have my glaze numbers, then large sculpture. This will happen over, let's say, 6 weeks. What I've done here, here's another example. Maybe I want to do Lamborghini, a trout, and some broccoli. I can put them together. I can also make creative decisions like, I don't want the wheels in there. That works for me. I just want the frame of the car. I also want to change the color, and I kind of love that racing stripe. That's kind of fun. I'm going to go with the Italian Heritage Racing Stripe. So what we've done on this table is printed tons of references like resource material. So if I want to start off with a classic hot rod, I can do that. If I want to start off with some earbuds or Beats headphones, I can do that. If I want to start off with a turkey, I can do that. Basic skateboard trucks. All of these ideas work. Someone designs these products, these wheels. This can become a canvas for your ideas. I can change the fonts, I can change the idea, I can change the picture. I can pretend I'm working for this company. Here's a good example of this is a great composition. I might add a food item to this to make it a little more pop art and tied in. I might add some Oreos. I might make the wheels out of Oreos. So I printed a bunch of things that represent ideas that are possible. You can use these, you can trace these. You can look up your own ideas, print them, trace them. You can look up your own ideas and draw them. You can look them up on your phone or the computers. And again, we're moving towards creative process, proving we're going through higher creativity levels, like this was a creative decision, making this ice cream this sort of plaid pattern. This was a creative decision here. This here with the larger ice cream, the ice cream split, these were all creative decisions. This is the process we're going through, and then we're using clay ideas to work through. Don't worry about whether your ideas are too challenging for clay. We'll have a lot of demonstrations specifically about how to build things larger and hollow. What I've done here is represented a lot of things that have a lot of volume. For example, this Kit Kat. This can have a lot of volume if it's really large. If I go with M&Ms, these peanut M&Ms, really large, they can have a lot of volume. This stuff doesn't have to be its original size. I thought this was fun. Maybe giant tools. These have names, they have color schemes, and they have some volume to them. What's another one I thought was cool? Oh, if I want to deconstruct a little bit, I want to use pistons from an engine because I'm into cars. Think about it that way. These don't have to be complicated ideas. I can use serial. I can invent a new serial. If I want to do stuff that's predominantly two-dimensional, then I'm going to create a three-dimensional canvas on something like a cereal box. So if I'm into skateboarding and I want to do a two-dimensional picture, I can do that here. That would be a lot of fun. So hopefully this is helpful. You will find in class, you'll be able to work on these, and I'm here to help you and help facilitate all of this process. Thank you.